Hello, I'm Heather from ENERGYBODi. We've completed our first 6-week online course with all the battles and new learning of technology. It's been fantastic to have so many of you join us there live on Facebook for these classes for me and Joe and Dee, with Jess behind the scenes working out all the cameras and everything. So thank you very much for those. It's been lovely to have you with us to keep that continued connection through technology, which has been a challenge on all sides for yourself and for us. We're hoping that more of you will join us this time. I'm in the middle of not only streaming live through Facebook, but now got the technology to looking at streaming live through the website as well. So that's what we're working towards. So hopefully, we haven't got any dates on the opening of the studio, but we have got plans how to integrate and how we're going to bring that all in. As quickly as we are allowed to do, we will get that all in motion. So what have we got planned for the next 6 weeks for you? So the next course starts on the Monday, the 15th of June. We have 2 different pages. So we have a live page, which has 3 live classes a week. I'm doing the Mondays. Joe is doing Wednesday mornings yoga and Friday mornings with the dance. And then we also have a plus page for our annual members, which you're welcome. At this point, we've opened the doors, so we have had new people joining there, which has been fantastic. So our annual page, which is a monthly payment, and we have 10 live classes a week on there. Plus, I'm going to announce I do put extras in there, and sometimes we put workshops in there and mini tutorials. So we've got all sorts going on that page. So first of all, let's start with the Monday class, which we've been 7:15. So far we've had a strong, supple spine focus, which is what we're going to continue and progress with. If you're a complete beginner or a beginner level 1, I do give levels for this class, so I'm aiming it at everybody, but I will sort of be stepping through as I've been doing in the last course. So saying this is maybe a level 1, this if you want to progress, this level 2 with the sections through it. So with the strong and supple spine, we're also working on 3-dimensional breathing. So most people breathe either at the top of the chest, middle of the chest, and often then we're taught that, to belly breathe, but there's much more to it than that. 3-dimensional breathing is breaking patterns of where you might habitually breathe into, so that we can then look at the whole muscles, the way that we've got extension and flexion, and the way that they contract. So a tight muscle is a weak muscle, and if you're tight in certain places, it's going to inhibit you breathing into other places in your body. And then when we're trying to move and make efficient patterns and engage our core, particularly I find this with pelvic floor. So if you've got a lot of tightness, the more you try to deeper breathe, it's actually then going to cause pressure more on the pelvic floor. So what we're trying to do is then breathe more 3-dimensional, which is a lot of lateral breathing, sides and into your back. So the movements of your spine, we focus on mobility. I can't help myself when I do that. It's the mobility and the stability. So many of you will know, who come to ENERGYBODi regularly, 360 joints in the body. Mobility is sensed as spirals, curves, circular. Remember the blue, the bear? So this is mobility, and this is what gives you fluidity in your movement. It gives you grace, moving smoothly, so there's no rigidity. Now, stability is the opposite end of mobility, and if you've got too much stability, that's when you become rigid and stiff and tight. So it's this continual balance between mobility and stability and meeting in the middle. So if you've got too much mobility, it's like hypermobile, the joints haven't got any support around them, which often, particularly knees, is a big one, which is they tend to be not having enough stability around them. And then the hips are the other way around. The hips tend to have too much stability and not enough mobility to move around. And the same goes for the whole of the spine, so keeping the fluidity of those curves, that sort of flexion, extension, side flexion, rotation. It's a lovely workout. It's a while since we've used this, so we did it last course. That's why I'm wanting to, again, evolve it. It's really nice to build on what we've already had, but you're welcome to join us as a beginner, or if you just missed the last course, some of this will be familiar to you as we move in new moves and move through that. So that's the Monday. For the annual pass, we've then got on the Tuesday mornings at 9:45 what I've been teaching for many months at the studio, but is evolving all the time, and it's a lovely organic movement. That's how I like how it's evolving. It's a somatic Pilates flow. It's very slow, which allows a lot of deep listening. Because it's organic, that allows it can become self-guided, and therefore a lot of self-healing through that movement. And you'll find that there's times, I'm hoping that with this practice, the more and more you do this, that naturally you may find yourself like in bed or at home, just wanting to go into those moves. It's based in somatics and a lot of pandiculation, deep release of muscles. So I have had many requests to say, yes, please do continue with that. That is a really nice focus to take over into the dance, which we have been doing, and I'm now going to be doing on a Wednesday evenings at 7:15. We're going to continue with the focus on the heart field and reconnection. So the greening of your heart. So the heart field is this resonance, and it's due to this, I'll explain it, it's during the course, it's due to this spiraling motion that goes through the blood. And you have this heart field communication that goes out into the space around you. It's now measured by science up to about 6 or 8 meters, but that's as far as their equipment can measure it. It could be much, much further. And it has a communication with every living being that there is around you. So when you talk about intuition, more often than that, you're tuning into your heart field to have that sort of resonance then, the communication. The heart also uses that very subtle heart field communication and pressure in the pumping of the blood to have a communication with every organ in your body. So that's what we're working on, is that reconnection to your own body and to others with that heart space around you, which is the new challenge that we've got with this technology. And this is what I want to build, this is why I want to continue this, as for the reason of the challenge of how much more can we connect through the screen. So there, it's like, how much can I feel sense that you're there and that you're with me, and we're going to build on that connection that we've got, and then how that will then calm and soothe your nervous system through vagus nerve, through sense of peripheral vision, through breathing, expressions of the face, and also it's really therapeutic. We're going to be using movements to release that tension, shaking, and how do we dynamically move the body to move emotions through, so that you're then able to move and transition into a place where you can access more positive emotions, more coherence, clarity in your thoughts. So really excited to be, we have had requests to do that one again. So I will be moving with some of the tracks, so it won't be the same routine. There'll be some tracks the same, and I'm going to start playing with different, there'll be new ones in there for you. So the next one is our Thursday classes. Thursday mornings was classed as beginners level 1. I'm going to open that up and say, let's think about how that class is being thought of. I'm going to work on the chair, and I want you to, this is for everybody, so it's not just now I want you to think of level 1. It's about what do you do every day when you're sat down at home in the chair or in your working from the office. What exercises can you bring in that will help you really quickly keep that energy moving through your body, keeping you fluid? So there's no such thing as a bad posture. It's about listening to your body and responding and listening all the time. So for the moment, so meaning that this necessarily isn't a bad posture, but you need to be responding really quickly as soon as you think this is like, and it's fine-tuning your sensory feedback to when that needs to either just put some movement into it or change. How do you find that? So it's always listening and responding. So in the chair-based exercises, I'm going to take you through lots of exercises that will just move up energy, some really simple, some a lot more dynamic. I've got some more challenging ones in there for you. So I want to open that up to everybody, all levels of something that you can integrate, that you can use in your everyday life all the time. So it's something I'm really excited to bring you, since we don't have the availability of putting chairs all over the studio, so let's make the most of it. So Thursday evening, 7:15, Advanced session. This is an advanced session now. That's what I'm working to. I'm not going to be going through any of the beginner basics. I am going to be challenging you. We have so far been working on ankles, knees and hips and core. That's what I'm going to continue with as the base, to really bring that up. A lot more core work, really challenging you. So that is an out and out advanced session that we're just going to continue to develop. And that's been quite a set of people been saying that they've been getting their heart rate up a lot, so they can feel that they're getting their sweat on. We do want that to be moving through, and that's a really good session. So well done those of you who've been joining me for that one. So that's the completion. We have also on that annual membership page, we've got Dee there on a Tuesday night at, I think it's 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock on a Tuesday night. Dee this time has come up. Dee also has a video available. She is doing her different focus every single week from countries around the world. So please check out Dee's video for dancers. Different. We've got Egypt, India, Africa, lots of different country every week. So I was excited to see that. So please check out Dee's video and see what she's got planned for you. I've also going to put in 2 roller classes. So just not every week, just 2 roller classes during the course. They're going to be different from the other 2 that I put in for your last course. So you're going to be building a whole library up. So 2 roller classes, give you a chance to go. And I've now got 2 new classes for you. People have been requesting these for decades. I'm going to do 2 30-minute visualization classes for you. Now, many, many years ago in the 90s, I used to run a class called Healernetics, which was 90 minutes long. And 40 minutes of that class was a guided, spontaneous visualization that I used to take the class through. I used to really thoroughly enjoy those, as did the participants. And so I haven't done those for a long time. I've only done the small ones at the ends of class. I do have so many requests of people saying how much they feel guided by my voice, whether they're using that for just relaxation or going to sleep. So I'm excited to eventually have that opportunity to just bring that straight to you, now that you could use them anytime you like on the camera. So that's us for the next 6 weeks. Very busy, lots on. Like I said, you can watch videos of Jo telling you what's on her classes, on the yoga and the dance, her focuses. Welcome if you haven't been with us for the last 6 weeks, or if you've never done any Energy Body classes before. We have now got people joining us from down south, up in Scotland, got one in America. So absolutely fantastic. So it's really nice that we're expanding, and lovely for you to join us. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on our next course. So thank you very much. See you soon.